I'm Rob Shaw at MTI, and I'm here with Rachel Reich.
Yeah, you got it right.
Rachel is one of our athletes here. She's a pro snowboarder, big mountain snow rider, and moving hard into backcountry stuff. And she's sponsored by Mammut and Karakoram. Mammut is a clothing company and mountaineering gear, mountaineering gear, backpacks and stuff. And Karakoram is a split board binding company.
That's correct.
And she's going to talk about her ultimate piece of gear, the Black Diamond Whippet. Go ahead and tell me about this.
All right, so my ultimate piece of gear is the Black Diamond Carbon Whippet. I honestly never thought I would use it when I first started splitboard mountaineering, but it's been a really great piece to have. It's super light, and especially in the springtime when I'm going uphill and it's really icy and variable conditions, it's a great thing to have in your arsenal to self-arrest. If things get super icy and you're on the middle of a 50-degree slope, it helps a lot. So it's been something that I've used quite a bit over the past couple of years, and I like it.
So I don't know that anybody else makes a Whippet like Black Diamond does. Do you know of anybody else who does?
I don't off the top of my
I
head.
don't know. And so just for maybe people who don't do this type of stuff, the head on this thing, when you start sliding it, jam it into the
snow.
And then it helps stop your rest if you're sliding down.
Exactly, yeah.
Now you said you've had to use this before.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Especially in the Tetons in the spring, you have a lot of conditions where you're...
Well, before you go into that, you said you slid and didn't have one. Tell me about
right.
that.
I was skinning up Mount St. John's in Grand Teton National Park, and we were on... It wasn't super steep. It was maybe like 35 to 37 degrees, but it was steep enough, and it was really icy. And
So this is spring conditions.
Yeah.
So in the spring, the spring thaw cycle, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rachel knows more about it than I do, but it warms up for the day, and the snow gets slushy. At night, it freezes, and then the way it's really safe from an avalanche perspective. And you want to get up there early in the morning before it melts.
Exactly.
And then it gets a little bit of slush on it. It's great skiing down or riding down. So you were skinning up. Your head started headlamping in, I imagine, early in the morning.
Early, yeah.
And it was still frozen on your feet up there. Okay,
very frozen. The slope angle wasn't too much, but it was just enough. And I slipped out while skinning on my board and slid down about 400 feet. And it was a little unnerving, and you just never really want to be in that type of situation. If I would have been over cliffs, if it would have been steeper, it could have been a really bad situation. Fortunately, it wasn't, but after that, I invested.
I know the snow's abrasive. Did it chew up your clothes at all?
It actually, my hands, it chewed through my gloves and into my hands.
It's kind of interesting because the snow is frozen and it's like sandpaper sliding on it. So it'll skin you up like road rash.
Yeah, totally.
So it chewed through your gloves. Wow. Okay, so then you said you had used an axe before, but you weren't climbing with your axe in that situation.
No, the benefit of this is I'm not always using my axe when I'm skinning, and when I'm skinning, I'm typically upright, so it's harder to have an axe, and I like to have both my poles to pole plant. So in those situations where it's not steep enough where I'm using my axe, but I know that it might be icy, this is a great substitute.
Now tell me when you did use it.
I've used it a couple times, just same thing, spring conditions in the park. I can't think of any specific example off the top of my head right now, but there's been quite a few times where it's just been, you're traversing something, you're kind of side-hilling, and it's really slippery, and it's icy, and just having this to throw into the side of the slope if you start to feel yourself slipping out is a great backup.
When you are using this, is your hand through the loop?
No, I should actually cut it. I never use the straps. Yeah.
For avalanche danger?
Yep, exactly.
And so you just stick it in the slope like this, or whatever you need to do to stop yourself.
Exactly.
Black Diamond, how much is one of these things retail?
I think they're like $130.
$130. And this is carbon, so it's relatively light.
Yep.
And when you're skinning, you have this and just another steeple.
That's right.
Okay. All right, Rachel, ultimate piece of gear, Black Diamond Whippet. Thanks a lot.